the history of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday?
Why not Monday first?
Well, the sun.
God created the earth, the Bible. God started on a Monday. He created the earth, it says in the Bible in the Old Testament. And it took him 7 days, or 6 days. And on the 7th day he rested. But still there is some dispute whether he started on a Sunday or a Monday. So the Jewish, the Hebrews, they hold the Sabbath on a Saturday. And the Christians and the Catholics, they have the Sabbath on the Sunday. But on the 7th day, God rested after creating the heavens and the earth.
It was always considered very bad to engage in any type of work on the Sabbath day. It was used only to
Go fishing.
glorify the Lord.
Not anymore. Now the post office is closed on Saturday and open all day on Sunday. Perth.
That's it?
Yes. They're open on the Sabbath.
My point is, if the moon is the first planet nearer, why they did not start Monday? The sun is after, then Sunday. This is the proof that first sun, then moon. Not that first moon and then sun. That is the description in the Bhagavatam. One after another, one after another. 16,000 miles apart. First of all, sun, then moon, then this one, Mars. Yeah,
Mars is above the moon?
yeah.
But the scientists wouldn't even agree that the sun is the first created.
He's accepting them as scientists. You can accept it. Why Sunday first? Where from they have got it?
That was gotten from Greek mythology.
And where they got it?
Some of the days are named after different demigods. Wednesday is named after a god named Woden.
Where they got this demigods?
From Greek mythology.
Greek mythology, that's all right. But where they got it?
Well, they say they made it up.
They made it up.
But all knowledge comes from the Vedas.
Huh?
All knowledge comes from the Vedas.
Yes. Greek history is about 3,000 years. During the time of Maharaj Parikshit's grandson. So Maharaj Parikshit was the grandson of Yudhishthira. And Yudhishthira ruled over 5,000 years ago. So the Jajati Maharaj Parikshit, Maharaj Yudhishthira's grandson is Parikshit. His son is Dhanvanja, and his son is Jajati, and his son started Greek and Roman Empire. So therefore, the Greek history is not more than 3,000 years. Maharaj Jajati banished his two sons to the European quarters, Mleccha Javan. Later on they became Javan, from Vedic culture deviated. This is the issue.
He sent them there for conquering?
Huh? No.
He sent it,
He gave him that, he take that place.
Oh, this is your kingdom.
All the world was emperor.
Yeah.
The Maharaj Yudhishthira and his family. Sasagara. Sasagara means including all the oceans. That means the whole world. There was one flag only during the time of Maharaj Parikshit. And he first saw the cow killing maybe in Africa or in Arabia. One black man was trying to kill a cow. And Maharaj Parikshit was on tour and immediately he punished him. That is Koli. The black man means Africa. Or where other place, black man.
There are some natives in Asia also, Southeast Asia.
Arabia?
Black.
No.
But
Arabians are not there.
not generally, they're not so black. Indonesians are black.
No.
Africa is about the only place, other than some islands.
Yes. Africa.
Aborigines here also.
They have black natives here also in Australia.
They are all descendants of the same.
Did the Greek civilization follow the Vedic culture?
Oh yes.
Yes.
They were worshipping demigods from the Vedas.
They didn't have a very high standard.
This Vedic mantra, there is mention of so many demigods, how they were born. You do not know the meaning.
No, we're just chanting.
How how one is born after that. That is how the Brahmanas were there, Kshatriyas were there, everything. This Vedic mantra means the history of human society. And the origin is God, Krishna. Narayana. There are other mantras wherein it is stated, Eko Narayana Asit, only Narayana is there. Like that Lord Shiva, not Brahma. Later on they came. And he first cites the mantra, Vande Mahapurusate Charanarayana. Shiva Virinchini Uttam. Shiva means Lord Shiva. And Virinchi means Brahma. All of them offer respect to Narayana. Indian astrology was taken by the Arabians first. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these figures are taken from India. Up to 9, then 0. Then you make all mathematical calculations.
The Arabic numerals came from India?
Yeah.
Oh.
First of all, they took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The Romans had a very complicated system.
If you write 1975, it will become so big.
Yeah, some 20 letters.
This Sunday, Monday means first sun, then moon. Where they are going? They are going to hell, not in the moon. This Vedic description is right. Because first study Sunday, we offer Gayatri to the sun. So, the moon is after the sun. This is the proof. First Sunday, then Monday. So if that calculation is 93 million miles from here, and moon is 1,006,000, still further, then where they are going? If they simply follow strictly this moon expedition and they admit they have not gone, then the whole civilization changes. All wrong conclusion. But they have to admit now. Now they're serious and they will have to say that they never went. They will have to continue this, otherwise they will be first before the world. They will have to continue. Now they are in such a position.
They can't just stop and say, okay, now we...
Did they stop, then they failure.
Yeah. And then everyone will complain, you wasted billions of dollars.
Then they will have the right information. But they will never be able to go.
Just like Ravana could not reach the heavenly planets. Ravana, he could not reach the heavenly planets just by building the staircase.
That is only demonic proposal. He makes staircase. He said that why you are undergoing so much austerities to go to the heavenly planet. I shall make a staircase.
How high did he make it?
Huh?
How high did it go?
He never attempted. He simply bluffed. That's So demons' proposals are like that. Therefore it is a common say in India. Ravana Sargeshini. The proposal is just like Ravan proposed to make a staircase to the heavenly place. He was also very much advanced materially, very prosperous materially. Gold was very common thing. He brought gold from Brazil, the Savoy. His brother was king there in southern America.
Kumbhakarna?
No. Mahiram. Mahi means the earth. They used to go through the subway, through the earth. So other side there was another Ravan. That is Mahiram.
He built the subway?
Huh? Yes. The subway is still there in Brazil. Somebody said.
Well, they found some parts of the subway there. Some big tunnel. They don't know where it goes though.
Yes. That is from Ceylon to Brazil. Subway. And Ravan civilization, Ramchandra spied some millions of years. That is in the Treta Yuga. The duration of Kali Yuga is about, say, 4 lakhs of years. And Dwapar Yuga, 8 lakhs of years. And then Treta Yuga, 12 lakhs of years.
About 2 million years ago, Treta Yuga.
Yes. No, wait. 20 lakhs. 2 million. 2 millions of years ago, the Ravan civilization was there. And he was so prosperous. He had aeroplane. The Jet
plane?
Not jet. Zeppelin.
With the air and gas inside.
Yes. Okay. His son's name was Meghdut. He was flying above the cloud. Therefore his name was Meg. Meg means cloud. They are so much advanced in civilization.
What kind of civilization was in South America at that time?
The same, like
Advanced?
therefore these Mexicans, they resemble almost Indian.
They also eat food.
Huh?
They eat a food similar to the chapati.
Yeah.
Called cachapa.
Tortillas.
Chapati in Middle East also they eat.
Yes.
Yes, in Lebanon.
In Tehran we saw those big chapatis.
Yeah.
6 feet long.
Yeah. So good. One chapati is sufficient for the whole family. That's sold in the market. Purchased.
Very cheaply. Only 3 or 4 cents a piece.
Okay?
Yeah.
They don't make much profit. That is the Oriental culture. They make little profit, they are satisfied. Still, in India, you will find many hotels, very cheap, especially Mohammedan hotels. Still, by paying 8 annas, you can get full meal.
When Ravana was on the earth, was the whole earth populated like Brazil and also the other parts of the world?
Yes. Everywhere population. This is a new theory of the rascals, that there was no civilization before 3000 years. That's wrong. Everything was there.
So when Maharaj Jayati banished his sons to those kingdoms, they were already populated there.
Oh, yes.
They seem to be pretty much Kshatriya races.
And during Kurukshetra fight, all different kings joined, either to this party or that.
From all over the
It
world.
was first great world war. Kurukshetra. one king, Srila. So he came from Siberia. Where is Siberia?
Siberian?
Siberia.
Oh, Siberia. That's Africa.
No, maybe. Right? There are all the kings of the world, they join either this party or that. Friends, friendly country, they join. Just like Krishna, he personally joined Arjuna, but he gave his soldiers to Duryodhana. It was family war. So the friends divided. I joined it. It was sporting. But the Kshatriya fighting is sporting. They have football match. They did not take it as enmities. Just in the evening they are friends. This party goes to that party goes to.
But while they were sporting,
It is a decision who will be king. That's all. Test of strength. Actually, it was not enmity. Let us fight, and who is strong, he will be king. That's all.
And the losers will go to the heavenly planets.
Yes. Anyone who dies in such fight, he goes to heavenly planet.
So they were not afraid of dying.
Huh?
They were not afraid of dying.
No. Why? They knew. Nahannate hannavane sarire. I'm not going to die after the annihilation of this body. It was a common understanding. Not that such a man, a big man, director, he says, no, I don't do it. Therefore I say the fourth class man. In India still, even a common man, uneducated farmer, he believes. He believes in God, he believes in transmigration, he believes in his karma. These things which will take thousands of years to be learned by the Westerners, in the common man, no, this thing.
And all Krishna's soldiers were killed?
Huh?
All Krishna's soldiers were killed?
Yeah.
So Krishna fought against his own soldiers also.
But Krishna did not fight.
Well, that's right.
He didn't.
But he led the fighting.
He was chariot driver at the risk of being killed. The other party may kill the chariot driver to stop the progress of the enemy. They kill the horses, they kill the charioteer, then the person. So Krishna took the risk of being killed. Bhishma attacked him. He pierced his body with arrows.
I think the tribes in South America, the Aztecs, they were also worshippers of the sun god.
Yes.
They had very much gold. And the Spanish, they came and plundered the gold.
The Aborigines here, they have got any religion?
Where?
Here in Australia.
Do the Aborigines have any religion here?
Well, They mostly worship ghosts and spirits, I think. Trees.
Bhuteja.
Yes.
Janti Bhutani Bhuteja. What is this UJB?
That's the license plate.
That's all right. But generally the city's name are there.
Perth usually has a U before the initials. I don't know why.
Generally, they make them all, each one is a little bit different.
Was Mahi Ravana also a demon?
Yeah.
What happened to him?
He was killed by Ramchandra.
He was called by his brother, wasn't he, to sing on in the battle?
No, he made a plan to kill Ramchandra.
Ramachandra made a plan?
No, Mayra. In that plan, he was killed.
It's such
But
amazing.
Indo-European civilization. Kings came from India and he developed. That's what is called Indo-European civilization.
The scientists and the archaeologists are very amazed to find the structures, the buildings that they had in their civilization. They can't understand how they were built. Such huge pillars and gigantic stones. They don't know how they were put into place.
Similarly, the Jagannath temple. They suggest that they manufacture and then they surround with sand. Then further, then when it is complete, the sand is taken out. Otherwise, how it is done? The sand is stacked this way. The temple is being manufactured and the sand is thrown all side. And when it is finished, the sand is taken out.
Temple is manufactured in the sand.
No, as usual. Just like they dig well. They dig well. You begin immediately and then you dig the earth and the structure goes down, then again.
The Greeks
They are experts. Labor is cheap. At times they are practically there are no labor cost. the present moment, on account of the factories, the labor cost has increased. Otherwise, the laborer, they had no sufficient employment. So 2 annas, 4 annas. I was paying labor 4 annas, say in 1930s, 4 annas. In Allahabad, I was paying 4 annas. He worked all day. In Bombay, 8 annas.
They also have the big structures in Egypt, the pyramids.
Perhaps they used sand also.
Yes.
They say that the Greeks say that they built their buildings. They hired some very big men called cyclopses, big giants. And they came and built all the buildings.
Yeah.
Such stories are in Mahabharata. The demons were engaged, giants and demons, for construction. And they are very good artists how to do it. Now we employ the first-class men, so-called first-class engineering. But they are meant for the demons and giants.
Well, that explains how they built such fantastic temples and palaces.
Some people say, why don't we see any giants anymore today?
Yes. The African, there are many giants.
Yeah.
Very high, very strong.
Where is that?
In Africa, some of the natives, very big,
Oh yes.
8 feet tall.
Very tall.
Yes.
In South America also they used to have the Amazons, a big race.
Didn't one demon construct a big parliament house for Krishna? That demon Maya, or that for King Yudhisthira?
Astasiddhi Das came back from Fiji. Astasiddhi Das, when he came back from Fiji, he told us a story that the local people say that Kalia snake, after he ran away, he lives in Fiji in a big lake.
On top of a mountain.
Astasiddhi Saha?
I'm not sure about that.
Yes, you have to do that. They are all going to the downtown.
Does that street lead downtown?
Yes. To the factory areas also. Fremantle.
Where is the factory?
Oh, about 10 miles down the coast. They have very big factories. Very bad pollution. Big factories down south. at one place called Fremantle. It's a little way down.
3 miles?
10.
10. How long it will take to go and come?
To the factory?
Oh, that area.
It takes about 1 hour to go down there.
1 hour
3/4 of an hour.
or 10 miles?
10 miles?
There's a lot of traffic.
Oh. What factories they have got?
Big steel factories.
Steel factory.
Yes. Also aluminium factories.
Aluminum. And still there is problem. That man said.
Yes, he said the bauxite mineral, the multinational or international companies are interested in exploiting the bauxite minerals to make much aluminium.
Now aluminum is in great demand for manufacturing airplane. They're all manufactured from aluminum. What does he say?
I think he was barking. When we walk in the city in Perth, the young people, many people, they say Hare Krishna. They say, oh, there's Hare Krishna.
There is a newspaper clipping in the Bhagavad Gita. I saw.
Oh yes, that is mine.
Oh.
That was about 3 years ago.
Oh.
3 or 4 years ago. They put one article. A Moga was supposed to come over from Sydney. I was not even a devotee then. But still they put this article that there were 3 devotees in Perth chanting Hare Krishna.
That was because I was going to Indonesia and I stopped here on the way.
Many people in Perth, they have the books. About 1.5 years ago, we were over here and we were distributing the big Krishna books and the Bhagavad Gita. Many books.
So you are not distributing now?
Yes, we're still distributing. Only around Christmas in Perth. during the rest of the time of the year is not very crowded.
When we came over here, we stayed in a hotel before we found the house about 10 days ago. And when we came to the motel, the lady said, "Oh, someone has left this book here." And she gave us a Srimad Bhagavatam. Yesterday, the United States attacked and sank 3 Cambodian boats. They're fighting because the Cambodian communists, the new government, captured one United States freighter. So now they're beginning to try to take it back. The bus is empty again.
Very big bus.
Practically every one of these cars only has one person in it.
So actually they have not advanced technologically from the civilizations at Ravana's time.
That is not civilization. Technological advancement is not civilization. It is the advancement of Rudra knowledge. Real civilization is to advance in Brahma knowledge. If there are Brahmins, that is advancement. This is not advancement because they do not know what is advancement. They have no knowledge that I have to die and I have to accept another body after death. They do not know it. So long this body is there, they're trying to have very comfortable position. But they do not know that after this body, he has to accept another body. So how this technology will help him? In this life, by technological advancement, he will live very comfortably, and next life he will become a dog, then where is the advancement? That they do not know. suppose we have got visa for 2 weeks?
3 weeks. Yes.
3 weeks. Like in Perth, I begin one big skyscraper building. And then after 3 weeks I'm kicked out. Then is that very good intelligence? I know that I shall remain here for 3 weeks. And if I begin one skyscraper building, and then during the time of constructing or say after the construction is finished, I am kicked out, then what is that intelligence? Just like Napoleon, he wanted to construct that arch. You have not seen.
Yes, yes.
Yes. But he could not finish it. So this is his intelligence. Such a big man, Napoleon, that is his intelligence. And what to speak of others? Everyone knows that I will have to die. And when death will come, nobody knows. At any moment it will come. So he will not be able to enjoy what he is doing, but still he is doing. And his real business is forgotten. His real business is to stop this birth and death process and go back to home, back to garden. That is his real business. He does not know. Therefore they are called Murhas. Navanga Duskritina Murha. So it is a civilization of the Murhas, fourth classmen.
Should the devotees think that any moment I can die?
Yeah. And yeah, that's a fact. Why they will think it is a fact. There is an English proverb. There is many dangers between the cups and the lips. You are going to drink tea. The distance is here is cup and here is lip. There may be many dangers. Suppose drinking tea, there is some choking within the throat and coughing immediately. You are so much under the control of nature. Little mistake will cause your death. Little mistake. And condition like means we commit mistake. We are illusion. We cheat. And our knowledge is imperfect. This is condition.
I telephoned that geographer yesterday to talk to him, and he said that what Swamiji said was true, but he said it will be very difficult to apply because most people, they're not interested. But he said he could understand that it was true what you were saying. He may also come again to talk more.
Yes, let him come. Let him come. People may take or not take, but he is an inquisitive gentleman. Let him understand. People we are preaching. Who is taking? Mass of people, they are not taking it. But still we are doing that. That is our duty. People may take or not take, but a God's servant must speak the truth. Just like Jesus Christ. He was crucified. Nobody took his words. But he did it. If people would have accepted his philosophy, then why he was crucified? By the judges. And it was done by the judges. Roman judges. So this is the position of the world. Socrates was killed because he said that there is soul. This is the defect of Western civilization. They want vox populi. What is that vox populi? Huh?
Bauxite?
Vox populi. You know this word?
Yeah. It's Latin.
Vox
Latin,
populi.
yeah. And people's vote.
Yeah.
The people may be assassins, but still their votes will be taken. The vox populi. The fourth class, fifth class men, and they're giving vote. And the mistake is detected. Just like this Nixon was voted, and the mistake was detected. But still they follow the same process, vox populi. What is the value of the votes of the fourth class, fifth class men? Better one intelligent man, if he knows things, if he is liberatory, if he says this is right, that should be taken. That is Vedic civilization. We are accepting Krishna. We are not accepting the vox populi. One person, the supreme, that's all. This is our problem. We don't accept vox populi. All this Vedic literature is accepted not on the people's vote, but who is presenting. Vyasdev is presenting, Krishna is presenting, Parashar Muni is presenting, therefore we are accepting. You cannot expect the mass of people very intelligent. That is not possible. So what is the value of their votes if they are not intelligent? But in Western countries, this is the disease, vox populi. Socrates said there is soul, and he was killed because vox populi was against. Christ was killed because vox populi was against. This is the defect of the Western civilization. During the lifetime of Christ, nobody accepted. When he was killed or crucified, then the other saintly person, they gave their experience or they learned from Jesus Christ. Christ could not give any word. Some sporadic words were there, and the Bible was made on that basis. Actually, the Bible is not the word, directly words of Christ.
That must be why it says it says the gospel according to John, the gospel according to Mark.
Yes.
Even his disciples denounced him when they were going to crucify him. He said, "Oh, I do not know Jesus."
Hena. Sunnahita means zero. Outfront of civilization is zero. If you add many thousands of zero, does the value increase?
No.
It remains zero.
Big zero.
There must be one, then it will increase the value. But one Krishna consciousness will make this material civilization 100 times important. And without Krishna consciousness, they are all zeros. Next slide, supposing, hypothetically, I am going to be a dog, then what is this civilization? But that you cannot say, no, I am not going to be dog, because you do not know. You are completely under the grip of material nature, and there are cats and dogs. How you can guarantee that you are not going to be dog? Krishna says, Dehantara Prapti, you will get another body. So how you can say that, no, I am not going to be a dog? You cannot say, you are not independent. You cannot make your choice. Karmana adhivanatrino. By your work it will be decided by higher authorities. Then how you can say, no, I am not. There is no life, there is no. These are nonsense. Therefore, without this knowledge, all these material opulence, it is all zero. It may be some fact for 50 or 60 years, but the world is not for 50 or 60 years, but millions and millions of years.